What's going on, folks? Welcome to the Shred Geek Show. Peter J. Cruz here from Houston, Texas. Sorry things got a little hairy there for a minute. YouTube decided to throw some curveballs my way, and I'm not exactly a professional baseball player, so things didn't work out quite as I had hoped. So apologize for the little rough start, but I'm here and ready to rock and roll some. So how's everyone this evening? Weather's beginning to warm back up here in Houston. I don't know where you guys are, but it's definitely warming up. And I've actually got a new setup this week, so I'm actually looking up at the camera instead of looking down. Because I've actually, when you eventually see my studio tour, when I get around to actually doing a video studio tour, you'll see it. I've actually took my old computer monitor, which is actually a 40-inch television, which I had mounted to the wall right behind my desk. I had actually moved it up. It's literally like about 5.5 feet off the ground now. And I got another, I guess a widescreen 34-inch, whatever, 4K monitor that I've got sitting on my desk. Primarily not because I necessarily needed the extra screen real estate, although it is very nice, I will say. Really, the trick was getting to be my age. I was having a hard time actually seeing some of the text because it was mounted to the wall, so it was probably about almost 2 feet further back from where this monitor is sitting up on the desk. So it was causing an eye strain, and then if I was trying to do live streams or other work or whatever, sometimes I'd have to get up out of my chair and actually scooch over to the TV. Either that or I have to wear contacts, which is fine, which I've done for some of my live streams, and it worked out okay. But for other work, like, if I'm working on music or another project or video editing or whatever, it was kind of a real pain in the ass. So I just decided maybe I just need to get another monitor, and I'll move the TV further up so I can see it. This way I can actually use two screens at once. So anyway, here we are. So today we're going to be looking at TH-U by Overloud. Now, TH-U has already been out for, I think, since NAMM or since beginning of the year. But Slate Digital just released it now in a slightly modified version called the Slate Edition TH-U, which is now part of their Everything bundle. So if you subscribe to the Slate Digital Everything bundle, you'll have access to TH-U as well, with like a 50 bazillion other plugins that they have, which all sound freaking amazing. So hopefully the stream is looking okay. I had to start and stop it because I had actually changed the setting to where I actually upscaled it to 1080p, and then when I launched it the first time, YouTube was giving me was flagging me, telling me that it was the stream wasn't healthy. It was probably beyond its normal bandwidth or whatever. So I had to stop it so I can then set OBS back to 720 down from the 1080, and then close everything down and open everything back up, and here we are. So that was a little rough start that I had to kind of start and stop. So apologize for that. So wanted to see who we've got in the chat. I don't know if we've got anybody in there just yet. So don't see anyone just yet. But if you're in the chat, go ahead and give me your name and where you're from. As you know, I'm Peter, aka the Shred Geek, and I'm all about guitars, gear, and home recording, and doing the Shred Geek show tonight. So every other Wednesday, we're currently doing 10 p.m. Central. We do the Shred Geek show right from my little home studio, and called NASA Studio, and it's kind of a play on words because NASA's Johnson Space Center is about 10 minutes down the road, so I'm really close to NASA. And although NASA, in my case, actually is an acronym, and I forget exactly how I broke it down, but it was like nano audio something blah 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 whatever, and it all spelled out NASA, and I was like, that's pretty cool. So that's what I went with. In any case, so let me go ahead and I'll start off with some call outs because that's my little policy that I've got here on my channel. So if you subscribe to my channel, and or if you comment, if you subscribe to my channel, if you comment, on one of my videos or whichever, or if you send me an email or whatever, I'm gonna give you a call. I'm gonna give you a call out on my live stream. So that's what I've been doing, and that's what I plan on doing going forward. So, and if things become a problem later on because of the numbers, well, then the live streams are just gonna get longer now, aren't they? Anyway, so wanted to start off. Got a call out for Reese Davis. I hope I'm saying some of these names right. Of course, I wonder if you named or if any relation to the actor who played Sala on the Indiana Jones saga. I also have a Luke Needham, a Denise Akturk, and Denise, I have to actually ask you. I'm assuming by the name, with the IZ at the end of your first name and the Akturk as your last name, are you by chance from Turkey? I ask because I've been to Turkey. I've toured that wonderful country, and the name just screams out Turkish for some reason. So, I toured that country, not tear it apart, but I went through the whole, got to see all the sites, started off in Istanbul and worked our way down to Ankara and all the way back down. Saw a lot of the sites. I said Pamukkale, went down to, I think we ended up in Kusadasi, and then stopped along the way to Ephesus and stuff. So, lots of amazing history and archaeological stuff, and I kind of geek out on that sometimes. So, I really had a great time. Actually, I had more enjoyment there than I did when I was in Greece. So, go figure, right? Anyway, my buddy Steve Contreras. Hey, buddy, what's going on? Thanks for. I think it was a suggestion on maybe using the 11 rack on the last webcast or whichever. And unfortunately now, Steve and I used to chat or send messages back and forth all the time when Google Plus was still a thing. And Steve, it's not a thing anymore. So it's totally gone. So, hey, Steve, man, hit me up, send me a message here or whatever. And, we can, maybe we do some chats or hangouts or whatever. So, and then I also had I think it was a subscriber for Fran Del Cano Cobo. And again, I apologize if I get your names wrong. I'm really, really kind of terrible with that. So, of course, the infamous Mad Raj. Sup, dude? Thank you so much. And then Matthew Hoa. Sorry, guy. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but thanks for the comment, and it's all good. I'm not a grandpa yet. I will be one day, but it's all good. Youth is in the mind, not in the body. So it's all good. And thanks for the comment. I appreciate it. Let's see. So we also have. I'm sorry. I'm just checking the chat. So okay. So. Let me go on to the next order of business. That's my Shred Geek laugh. I probably need to find a better one because that one's pretty lame. So I wanted to go over some I guess, news items or just things been going on and whatnot. I think in the last live stream I was talking about getting a tax refund and getting some new gear and all that other stuff. And well, I went and finally did my taxes, and suffice it to say, I'm not getting any gear this year, so which sucks. Well, I mean, I ended up having to pay a hefty sum, which I'm not too happy about. A lot of my, in the process of downsizing, I also downsized some of my deductions along the way, so that's a problem. And apparently Uncle Sam decided to lube me up and bend me over, so to speak. So I took it pretty hard. So I was hoping to get like an amp or a guitar or whatever. Really got my eyes on getting a Kiesel, K edition. Oh, what the heck's the name of that model? Yeah, I guess not K edition. It's oh bloody hell. Let's just say K edition. It's a Kiesel edition. Duh. Getting a Kiesel edition. So those are badass, super badass. But that's gonna have to wait. I mean, probably next year at this point, unfortunately. But you know, it is what it is. So anyway, so now the question is, did you get a refund? And if you got a refund, are you getting gear? And I want to know what kind of gear you got. So go ahead and give me a comment down below and let me know, you know, what kind of gear you're going to get or what kind of refund or whatever. Or if Uncle Sam did you the same, you can share it down there too. Where misery loves company, right? So let's see. Last 2 weeks for me, besides doing my taxes, which was a whole ordeal all in of itself. Which I won't even get into. I'm not even going to get started. Other than that, I've been trying to work on doing mainly the video for TH-U. Because it's like an on-screen demo. Pardon me. You know, it's an on-screen demo. And, I mean, you've got to hook up the interface to it and do all the recording. You have to screen record it, and then you have to record the guitar playing. You have to sync everything up. It's a bit involved, and as I'm playing with that, and I got all these video streams that I'm coming through that I'm having, audio sync everything, get everything lined up and stuff. But then you've got multiple audios, and you want to cut one out so you hear the actual, the audio from the plugin and not the audio from the camera that's recording the playing. So then you run into some kind of, you have to run into some magic to do that, to do it right. And I'm still kind of fumbling my way through the software and learning how to do those types of fine edits or whatever. I ended up using some audio plugins. I kind of did some ducking or whatever, or or gating, I guess, and seemed to work out okay. But then I was doing something else, and something hiccuped, and something wasn't working correctly, and I was like, oh hell! So it's been taking me a little bit longer than I wanted to. But I would say at this point I probably have the video maybe halfway edited. I mean, I've already recorded it and done the whole thing. I've done all the the talking head parts and the demo parts and the whole thing. And I think I've got like 30 minutes of actual playing footage in there already with the plugin, including the new rig player and the whole thing. So it's really, really cool. But like I said, I've been having some issues trying to get the audio to balance out the way I wanted, because when I'm playing, I want to hear, the actual audio from the plugin, not through the camera, through the speakers. And then when I speak, I want to hear me and not, something else. So I'm having quite the balance. Had I been in DaVinci Resolve, I probably would have had a little bit easier time with it, but that's not the case. So in any case, so that's the big project I've been working on. I think I finally got out the other video that just went out. Oh, I finished up my mini series, the 3-part series on building a digital audio workstation. So if you guys haven't checked that out, go please do that. But if you haven't, hit the little YouTube card right up there, and to be taken to the playlist that actually has the 3-part of the series for building a digital audio workstation. Of course, as I said in the video in the intro to that series, it's footage I recorded last summer. So it's some of the gear, the parts for the computer build are probably not as high spec today as they were a year ago. But I mean, if you were still building 8700K i7 processor, PC, still gonna freaking scream. So I mean, you're gonna have a good build either way. So you'll be good to go. Let's see. So I got that series done. Now I've got the TH-U that I need to finish editing, and then I've got some other things I'm looking to do. So that's the work in progress. Let's see. What else do I have? Yeah, I've got some little tutorial stuff I've been kind of learning on the back end, and I guess as part of one of them, I'm going to try to do I might take a slight step back in production so I can kind of gear some stuff up, than to sit there and just like binge produce a whole bunch of videos all at once. So stay tuned. I'll have to do an update on my social media on that schedule, how that's all going to work out. So stay tuned for that. But if I do take a slight break, you can expect a huge deluge. Does that sound right? Huge deluge? Is that a thing? Like, right. You can expect a deluge of videos on the other side. So, again, I'll update you on my social media. Let's see. And I want to ask you guys your opinions on this. So, probably put a YouTube card up here that for as a poll. So I want to ask you. I'm looking to do a like a YouTube series, right? Now, if you scroll back through my timeline in my YouTube videos, you'll see I have a playlist in there called the Atlantis Chronicles, and that was basically like a in the studio video recording of me working on my album, the Atlantis Chronicles, which by the way never came out. Just Anger of the Gods, which is the song that's on my YouTube channel. That's the only song from the album that ever got recorded, never made it out. So, excuse me. But like I said, that was just like a mini series to look behind the scenes or whatever, and the album never came to fruition, unfortunately. But I'm planning to do the album again, or actually restart the whole process all over again. I'm gonna all the way from, preconception all the way, and then do the whole, writing, recording, and I want to document it. So I'm looking to do like a behind the scenes recording when I'm actually working on the album on various stages. I mean, it's not gonna be like every single day. I'm not gonna let the cameras run for hours on end or whatever while I'm in the studio, because I mean, who's gonna want to watch some dweeb in his studio for 3 or 4 hours a day working on something and be like, whatever, right? So I'm probably just going to sit there and like roll it every so often, and I'll just run it live, and I'll probably run it off another computer, so this way I'm not bogging my audio workstation down with trying to do a live stream while I'm trying to record some audio. So I've got a gaming laptop here somewhere from one of the kids that I'll just hook up, and I'll just like live stream it off of that. I'll probably use another interface that will give me some decent audio, and I'll take a headphone out from the interface that I'm recording with into the other interface into the live stream software to go out. That should hopefully give you some pretty decent audio, at least so you can kind of hear what's going on as I'm editing drums or laying down bass tracks or whatever. So, but the question I wanted to ask regarding that whole series that I want to redo is, would you prefer for me to do that series on YouTube, or would you prefer me to do like that behind the scenes stuff like on my Twitch channel? Because I could do it either way. I mean, it's just a matter of just hitting one button in OBS, and I'm on one or on the other, so not a problem. So go ahead and here. The YouTube card will probably be like right here. So just go ahead and click on the card, and then take the poll or whatever, and it'll ask you, where should I do the behind the scenes? Do you want it on Twitch? Do you want it on YouTube? Or if you have another suggestion, hit the third option, and then leave a comment down below where you prefer to see it. So, very cool. All right. So, last little bit of, I guess, trending stuff. And then we'll get into, I've got a quick unboxing, so to speak. Not really, but it's kind of an unboxing. And then we'll go ahead and get into the demo with TH-U. So that'll be really cool. So, let's see. Nothing in the chat. All right. So, trending. Of course, tomorrow is Thursday, the 25th. And Endgame, the Marvel Universe, I guess the next episode in the saga, opens tomorrow. And I don't know about you guys, but I know that I've been pretty geeked out over that. So I've been kind of geeking out on the whole Marvel thing as well as the whole Star Wars thing. You know, I mean, who's not geeked out on Star Wars, right? So, you know, that doesn't come out till later in the year. But, like, for right now, Marvel's the thing, right? So, it opens tomorrow. Some people have already gotten sneak peeks or previews or premieres or whatever. And so I'm just curious, are you planning to go see Endgame? Are you going to go see it tomorrow? Are you going to see it this weekend, maybe Friday? I got my ticket. I get it with my daughter. With her dance schedule, I can't swing it tomorrow. And as it turns out, I'm actually going to an Astros game tomorrow. So that kind of cuts me out completely. So I've got tickets for Friday, and I'm going to go with my daughter right after school. I'm going to shoot on over there. We're going to watch a 4 o'clock viewing, and hopefully we'll have a blast. So just curious to see if you guys have going to go see it and what you think, or have any theories on it. Go ahead and comment down below and let me know. And then the other thing, this is more of a YouTube thing. So I don't know if you guys have seen it, and for the life of me, I just started following this guy, subscribe to him on YouTube, that Stevie T. Dude's hysterical, right? I mean, I just picture, like, he kind of reminds me of like a Jim Carrey who can shred on the guitar, right? So, guy's super funny. Stevie, you rock, buddy. Love you. And I guess him and Jared Dines, they've got this little thing going on or whatever with the whole, you know, the gent guitar, who gents more than the other, blah, blah, blah. And I guess Jared went ahead and kind of showed him up one because he had an 18-string guitar built for him by, you know, company X, Y, or Z. And Stevie T got one by 10S. I think it was 10S, right? Where it was a 20-string. So they're just going back and forth and reacting to the video of him getting the 20-string, and then a reaction to the reaction. They're just going back and forth. I'm like, whatever, dude. This is really, really funny. So just curious on your end, have you seen those videos? And what would you think of a 20-string guitar? I mean, hell, just 18 strings. What do you think of that? I mean, I've got a 7-string, and I'm like, fuck this. That's too many strings as it is, right? But yeah, what do you guys? I mean, even 8 strings are crazy. I mean, those necks are like, you could practically float down the river on one of those things. But anyway, just curious what you guys thought of like 20-string and 18-string guitars or whatever. So anyway, I just thought it was funny. I wanted to go ahead and mention it. So, all right, let me take a look at an unboxing. So, and then after that, we'll head on into the software, into the demo, which is in the computer. In the computer. All right. So, ooh, sorry, didn't realize it would make that kind of noise. So, the first thing I've got. Oh, dang, I'm making a mess of things over here. All right, so the first thing I've got, which I've already tore open, but I really haven't taken anything out of the package since. So, tell you what, let me do it this way. Give me a second. Okay, I'm going to borrow the shred cam for a minute so you can kind of like see the angle on this. It's got a little bit of glare, but... So, this, I picked up the Ola England's newest album, the Master of the Universe. So I guess there was like some kind of a bundle or package or whatever. I forget. It was X amount of dollars. I think it was like $40 some or $50 some or whatever. Had like digital version of the album plus the songbook or this or that or whatever. Man, it's been a while. I don't even remember what it was. It just came in just like 2 weeks ago. So one of the things that it came with was a pick tin. You know, never mind. I'm gonna put it over here. It was a pick tin. Let me go back to the other. Here we go. So, oh, it's upside down. So I guess inside the pick tin you've got guitar picks, which I'm not going to bother with right now. Then we've also got the CD. Oh, look. How slick is this? Mr. Ola. Ola England. Thank you so much. Autograph. Pretty badass. And the effing cat. Lovely. Okay. And what else we got in here? And then you got like a little pamphlet with the, merch from Ola's website, from Feared, which is his band, and from Solar Guitars, because that's Ola's company. He owns Solar Guitars. And this is pretty slick. An autographed picture, of course, Solar Guitars, and it's got autograph, and of course he's holding a Solar guitar. And I think he had something bad for lunch, because he's got this look on his face like he really needs to go to the bathroom. Ola, sorry, brother. I mean, if I'm in the medical field on my day job, so if you need any help with stuff, let me know. Come talk to me. Yeah, rock on. Let's see what else we got in here. And then it's a tablature book of the actual album. Wow, looks like it's pretty. Master of the Universe, Pizza Hawaii, blah 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 blah. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. I want to say the quality of the tablature is pretty nice. Very easy to read. Very nice. I suppose you could probably do that with the Guitar Pro, the software. And then the last thing I've got in the bag is a sticker, which is, I guess, the Ola. Yeah, forgive me, I'm not sure if it goes this way or if it goes this way. I'm pretty sure it's just up and down one way or the other. So, anyway. Very cool. So, I look forward to enjoying the rockiness of the Master of the Universe. So, okay, that was the first item. Okay, the next thing I got, one of my favorite guitar players, Angel Vivaldi, Rock On Angel, had a sale going on his store, and he gets all his tablatures and his songbooks and stuff, which are like note from the transcriptions of his music. I guess he had a bundle going on, like all the songbooks for like $1. No, it wasn't $1. It was a lot more than $1, but I forget how much it was. So anyway, so it's purchased through Sheet Happens. Sheet Happens, right. So I went ahead and bought the bundle because I love his stuff, and one of these days I'm gonna play some of his music, maybe, or maybe I'll just kind of move my fingers and just play the backing track or something, and no one will know, right? Yeah, Milli Vanilli or something. Anyway, so and then it came with a couple of guitar picks. I guess these are like Jazz 3s. Tortex. They're definitely Tortex. And they say Sheet Happens on them. I actually came with two, a blue one and a black one. Actually pretty slick. Actually feel pretty good. And then you get the songbooks. So I've got one for Synapse, which is his latest album. And the really, really great thing about this is it's spiral bound, which is really, really cool. So you've got all the, I think there's a thing to do with pictures, right? Yeah, they even got a couple of like the little like pictures from the album included in there. So pretty slick. So that's Synapse. I also got songbook for Away with Words. And this also has, you know, pictures and, you know, quality transcriptions or whatever, and also spiral bound, which is really, really cool. So, and then the great album of The Speed of Dark. Of course, you got pictures and you got the notation and everything else, and yeah, the whole spiral bound thing is a game changer for me. Because I used to hate those old songbooks you'd get that were just the regular, just regular whatever bound that they're called, and it was just trying to sit there and keep it open. You're trying to play the guitar, and then the book closes up. Yeah. So that's why I don't get into the whole covers thing so much anymore. I guess I had my fill when I was younger. And then the last songbook was from Universal Language, and also it's got pictures and the whole kit and caboodle, the tablature, the notation. Another picture of Mr. Vivaldi in his... I guess he's playing a universe on that one. That was back in the day when he still played Ibanez. Now he's got the signature Charvel. So, anyway, so that's the unboxings, quote unquote, for today. So let me grab my guitar and we're going to go check out THU. So hold on. Bear with me. Strange. Okay, hold on. I probably have to reset this here. Hold on. Sorry guys, hold on. Here we go. All right, so give me a second so I can update this screen. And how's that? Can you guys see that just fine? All right, so let's take a look here. Oh, you know what? That's all right. I like that. So I'm not going to go over the full kit and caboodle here in THU, but I'm just going to give you a really quick overview, really quick, and then I'll go ahead and go through some different sound samples because that's what you guys want to hear, right? So you got the window's divided up into your main view here, which kind of shows you the overview of your signal chain. Excuse me. So you've got the input of the guitar actually would come in here, and here's your tube screamer, your distortion pedal or whatever. Then you have your amp, your cabinet, and then any post effects that you put after the cabinet, like your delays and whatnot. Or if you want to use a parametric EQ. And you know what, while I think of it, let me come over here and turn the noise gate on. Very nice. Okay. So let me turn that. So there's your little master section. So you've got the main window here, and you have a pane on this side which governs all your presets, and they're divided by different banks of there's clean. You click on the banks up here, and then each bank has its group of presets down here on the bottom. So like your clean guitar's got, this preset, and so on and so forth. Then your rock guitar's got these presets down here. And then if you have other ones that have been downloaded, you can click on load, and so on and so forth. Your high gain metal guitar presets are here, and then your bass presets are here. And there's a few empty ones you can, save stuff to after you've tweaked existing or created your own. And then there's a few other banks that are ghosted because they're not part of the TH-U Slate Edition. So I suppose if you upgrade and pay the upgrade price to the full version of TH-U, then you'll be able to unlock the whole thing. So that's the first panel there. Then you've got your main window here. And over here, you've got like a little control section. So this will, your master where you can like tweak your noise gate, sensitivity for your guitar pickups. You've got in source. So if you want to do, if you're running a stereo rig, if you want to do just like left or right, you can just click on the appropriate button. And then if you need to fine tune your EQ, let's say your guitar is like really, really top endy. There's a lot of high frequencies. Maybe you run like a maple body and a maple neck, and you got some really, really bright pickups, and you want to kind of tame that a little bit. You can actually use this master control here just to turn down the highs a little bit on the guitar, and it acts as like a global adjustment across everything in the plugin, all the way across the board. So you don't have to sit there and load each plugin, load each preset, and then decrease the treble on every single preset that you're going to use. You just do a global adjustment here. Tuner is, let me turn that off. So the tuner lets you then, as you do your, play your notes, it tells you you're a little flat, a little flat, a little flat, you're a little sharp here, a little sharp here. So, and then you can have it mute automatically when you go to the tuner or not, either way. BPM allows you to sync it to a host if you're running it inside of a digital audio workstation. Your levels here, and this lets you kind of mute your, where you can adjust your input level properly. And then over here is your output knob to adjust the output level going out of the plugin. And then from here on this end of the panel, this is where your components live. So this is going to be, your amps, your cabinets, your distortion pedals, your delay pedals, everything. And it's just a matter of just grabbing it and just dragging it onto the thing. Bada boom, and you can adjust your knobs and so on, and you're good to go. No, I want to get rid of you. Oh, I don't want. Okay, that's not going to work. Okay, well, There's a way to... I'll just turn it off. I haven't figured out how to get rid of them yet. So, yeah, so all your different, whatchamacallit, all your different components are here. You can just drag and drop them into, your signal chain accordingly. And then, of course, you got like the little topographical map. Oh, here it is right here. So grab this. Let me drag it to the trash can. There we go. It's like playing with a Mac. And then, all your components are there. Bada boom. It says see all. So if you click this, these are all the other amps that are included in the full version of TH-U that are not included in the Slate Edition. There's a lot of Randalls, the Lynch box, the Plexis, and so forth, or whatever. So, but if you just leave that off, then you only see what's available in the Slate Edition, which is still plentiful. I mean, it's pretty crazy. And by the way, they just did an update where they actually added another X amount of amps, X amount of cabinets, or whatever. And I haven't updated it to that new updated version, so I'm still running the initial release that was released on the TH-U when it came out. So I do need to update that and include those extra amps. There's a link for it, I guess, in your email, or if you go to their website, you'll probably be able to download the updated version. So anyway, so that's that. And there's a great little thingamajig here that allows you to adjust the view. So you get 25%, 50, 75, 150, and 200. For those of us that have bad eyesight or whatever, and maybe can't read some of the knobs, we need to zoom way in. So we can, oh look, it's a modern instead of the vintage channel, whereas at this level I can't freaking see hardly anything. So anyway, so that's that. So now let's take a look at, let me close this window here. I'll go to presets. And of course, let me look at some like rock guitar. So this one looks like it's based on a Marcus II, which would be like a Mark II Mesa. So then we've got 2000's new rhythm. That's not what you'd be playing anyway. There's a boosted rectal rhythm. Burn sphere rhythm. And TH-2 rhythm. Let me back this up here. Hold on. So again, you got your your T2, Randall T2. Okay, so you got your bass, your treble, your two-step mid-range, then density, yeah, and then presence. Like how it lights up like that. It's pretty slick. Then you have a clean sound, overdrive, and then a boost. And you can adjust your levels and your gain or whatever. do... And then you've got your Crybaby. Don't know if I can pull this off with one hand, but we'll try this because I have to play the mouse. I can't do it. Try to do it with one hand. Boosted recto solo. Didn't I already do that one? Let's see. Let me go to clean guitar. There was a... Maybe it was this one. Oh, look, a DV Mark. Nice. There was this one. It was like this weird effect. Where is it? Maybe it's this one. If you don't play bass guitar. I'm no Billy Sheehan. No, where in God's name is that preset? Oh, here it is. Yeah, right here. Check this out. Just keeps going forever. Kind of ethereal and dreamy, huh? Anyway, so I think that before I go, I was gonna say that was it, but there's one other thing I did want to show you guys. So you've got your regular presets here, and you've got your components here that let you pick your different amps and cabinets and pedals or whatever. But one of the big selling points for TH-U is the rig player. So let me go ahead and let me just delete everything one by one. All right. Wow, this thing had a lot of all right, hello. Come on. Yeah. All right. Grab the rig player, drag it out here. Boom, there we go. So the rig player basically lets you play, a hardware profile provided by Overloud. So they've included a few here with TH-U Slate Edition. They probably have a few more that are available with the full version of TH-U. And then they're going to release periodically rig player packs that you can pay, spend money on that will give you additional profiles available. And it basically is, the same idea as like sharing a hardware profile you make on a Kemper or like an Axe-Fx or something. So, and it doesn't necessarily have to be something that they currently have in TH-U. So, for example, like they have the PV6160. Excuse me. The PV6505, pardon me. Turn the volume down a little bit. So then you can then download, whatever rigs that they have. They've got a Black Star Crunch boosted over here. Let me try that. Oops. I don't have much experience with Black Star stuff, but... So then you can adjust your gain, your treble, middle, bass. I'm going to add a little bit of treble, a little bit of presence. Chuck the level back a little bit because it seemed like a little bit loud. Cut the mids. So their profiling setup actually will capture the whole hardware rig. So everything from boost pedals and amps, cabinets, microphones, the whole signal path essentially will be captured by their hardware profiles that Overloud will actually create and then release for TH-U. So definitely something really, really cool. I guess sort of like an alternative to a Kemper. Sadly, they don't give the user the facility to actually do their own hardware profiles. You kind of have to buy it from them. But I guess in a way that maybe adds to their shelf life or the longevity of the product, that they'll be able to have a cash flow beyond the release of the software. So anyway, so that wraps that up there. Let me put this back. So, all right. So let's go and wrap this up and get ready to call it an evening. So if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them on the comments down below, or in the live chat. Either way is fine. And then let me know what you thought of THU. And I've got a demo video coming up here in the next few days. So if not tomorrow, probably by the weekend. So stay tuned for that for sure. But let me know what you think of THU, you know, and the sounds of it and everything. And, you know, that's all I got for right now. So thanks a bunch, guys, for hanging around. And, you know, be sure to subscribe. And, of course, you know, follow me on my social medias and Twitter and Instagram, Facebook, or whatever. And, it's all good. It's all good. So in 2 weeks, we'll be doing this again. And I don't have a piece of gear selected just yet. But if I had to give it if I had to pick right now, I probably would say probably like the Headrush gig board that I have, or possibly the Mark Tremonti signature MT15. So anyway. If you have a suggestion for a future show, please, you know, leave it in the comments down below. And that's all I got for today, guys. Thank you so very, very much for hanging out. And I will see you in my next video.